Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Tasty Classics Mondeo Episode 2 Tower of Power Christmas Special. So as you saw in the first episode, which if you haven't watched, please go and watch it, because it was really good. It's on the channel, just search for videos and you'll see it there. It's long and it's good, and we got this thing up and running and we drove it to an MOT after it had been sat for a very, very long time. Now this picture is where it was sat for 12 years on that thick grass which came up to here. And I don't know if you know this, but if you want to kill a car, park it on grass for 12 years, because this is essentially what's happened to this. And all of these, oh good Lord, everything underneath here is sad. And I think the first thing we should do is get it up in the air and we can all have a look. Just about to drive this onto the ramp. Just have a listen to this. Jesus wet, that's one of the nicest sounding engines in the world, isn't it? Love a V6. Big throaty roar. It's only throaty because I've just popped that off, but yeah, dead cool. Right, let's put it up there. It's amazing that's actually holding it up, isn't it? Must be some strength somewhere. Heavy car, this. So in the last episode, the ending was when we got the failure sheet, and everything's got yellow chalk on it, understandably, because I mean the whole thing is very corroded. So he did not want to give it an MOT, which is completely understandable. I would also be a little bit concerned about giving this an MOT in its current condition. Now, he said, welding wise, you'd be there forever. And you can see by this yellow chalk here and what he actually wants, you know, he thinks this needs welding up as well. That's a ball ache to do, you know. Well, up in here, everything round here as well, you know, it's just a monstrous amount of work, this. Be there forever welding this up. You really, really would. This sill's no better. Inner sills, you know, I mean, they're just toast, aren't they? Such a shame. So, yeah, a lot of work to do. And it wasn't just all the welding. All the components, what was he saying? Suspension, oh no, that's the mounting, struts, brake pipes, brake hoses, and this is the big one, subframe. So I did, after the last episode, price everything up on this car to do the job, including replacement sills, because you can get it all. This, however, the subframe, you cannot get a replacement subframe. They don't exist. You'd have to get one off an immaculate car, and then, you know, it's finding one of those and all that sort of stuff. Or taking this off, you know, sandblasting it, repairing it, and powder coating it or something. Either way, it's a huge undertaking to get this car through an MOT. And let's all just pull our rose-tinted spectacles off for a second and remember that this is a P-Reg Mondeo. After spending 6 years of my life getting it through its MOT, it would still only be worth 2 grand. You know what I mean? 3 grand at a push. With all that repairs, probably not. You know, who's going to want to buy it? So yeah, either way, it's just not worth it. You know, it's something else needs to happen with this car. This here is the Tasty Classics Tower of Power. Now, what this is lap times and 0 to 60s of cars that I get through the workshop, we can say for track days, which got me thinking, this Mondeo, unlikely to see a road again unless it's on a trailer. A track day though, all I would need to do for a track day is solve the 2 big issues that it's got, power steering not working and the brakes, there's a brake pipe gone and we need to check the other brake pipes and stuff to make sure they wouldn't go on the track or anything, you know. Engine wise, absolutely sweet as a nut, clutch sweet as a nut, steering, tyres, you know, actual brake hardware, all perfect. Just a couple of jobs, fairly straightforward, touch wood. It's going to be a nightmare, isn't it? But yeah, a couple of jobs. Could see this Mondeo go around a racetrack. Wouldn't that be fun? A Christmas track day? So I do love a big, fast saloon car, especially round a racetrack. That's my favourite thing to take round racetracks is big, fast saloon cars. And I've got one here. So I'm thinking we're going to get a track day booked, which is on the 16th, which gives me 9 days to get this thing ready and then trailer it down there and then give it a good spin. And the track I'm thinking of is actually Anglesey. Hi, it's voiceover Ben. Sorry, not Alton Park. See this thing go round. So we've got a bit of work to do. The first thing I'm going to do is try and find out what's wrong with the power steering so I can get a part on order. I mean, I'm told that it's up in here somewhere. But where though, and why is all with the... Oh, Jesus. Right, okay. This under tray, I think we should probably start by taking that off. We don't need that for a racetrack anyway. Added weight. So let's start stripping. Copious amounts of the Plus Gas fast release formula. Did I get you then? No, I didn't. Which is definitely not going to help because these bolts look like they're just going to snap. So chances are we'll be cutting this under tray off. It's definitely my ambition to do another fast Ford properly at some point, but they're very expensive for good ones. You know, this was expensive and it's completely completely rusty underneath. But I'll keep my eye out, you know. Miracle. I don't know what's going on with that, but it doesn't seem to have done anything. Miracle. That's not even, there's nothing there. There was nothing there. That's not even a bolt anymore. That's just, what about this one? It doesn't feel like a bolt either. Oh. Was though. Should probably wire brush these first. Who can be bothered with that though, eh? This one's going to come out. Yep, knew that. This one's mush again. Absolute toffee. If your car's outside parked on grass, go and move it now. You can be able to hear it rusting. Just tear it off in chunks. Oh God, what a mess. Look at my mouth. Oh. Gosh, raining mud. Last bit. Oh, lovely. How convenient. Right, okay, so we can now see stuff. This is cool, isn't it? So many dead things, you know, because it was just sat for so long. Why can't the power steering pump be there? That'd be good, wouldn't it? Oh, what's that there? Is that it? No. It's something else. Water pump of some description. Look at this cat. We could probably cut that off, put a bit of straight pipe on there and sell that for about £1,000, couldn't we? Okay, so I think that's your air conditioning pump there. So how do we get in? So where's the, how do we do the, right, okay. Oh, what, how are you supposed to, what kind of sick joke is this? Where's the power steering pump? Is that it? I think that could be it. It's underneath. I don't, oh my god. There's no space. Do you have to take the engine out? So there is potential that it's not the power steering pump at fault. It could be a burst pipe somewhere, which is kind of good, but also might be difficult to get and remove and stuff. So the only way to find out where the leak's coming from is to fill it up with power steering fluid and let it piss all over my floor. Great. So I'm just going to have a quick sweep up now, get ready, pour some stuff in, and then we will runner, move the steering, and just get the torch and have a good look round everywhere. Am I doing this correctly? It's been a while since I've brushed the floor, I'm not sure. Oh no, it's this bit. Oh, it's this bit you brush. Oh god, yeah. You've got to, of course, make sure you're using the correct power steering fluid for the application as well, because there is different sorts. I don't know if this one's right or not. I found it in the bin. Cool. Can't wait to clean this off my floor in about 5 minutes. So we've got the drain pan ready. Can't see anything leaking yet. I can hear the power steering pump having a little suck. I think it is that one there. Oh, I can see it. Oh my god, I've caught it in the bucket. No way. Right. Amazing. We are leaking out of that pipe. Oh, it's getting a bit close, a little bit close to comfort, that, isn't it? Right, okay, let's switch you off. Wow, okay. Like, I thought we'd be in for a massive power steering pump job, but don't count your chickens in one basket, you know, or something. Using nothing but raw skill and strength, I've managed to separate these two pipes, pull this one forward a bit to expose the bit where it's gone all snappy. And the idea is to just put a pipe from there to there and cut this little bit out here. What do you reckon our chances are of this working? I mean, wouldn't that be cool, like? Got one side shined up as nicely as I can. Hopefully it'll work. Just get this one to just come out a little bit more, please. A little bit more. So, have you done all your Christmas shopping yet? You're prepared? Where are you going for Christmas? I'm going to be in a hospital, I think. With rickets from swallowing power steering rust. It's good enough for me. Right, let's find some pipe that fits, and then we're going to clamp on power steering, not power steering, fuel pipe clamps, which are super tight. So let's go and find some pipe. Okay, fits super snugly over that, and we'll put a couple of these badges there, and then we'll do the same for that. Let's make sure that's on the pipe. Yeah, because obviously if we're going to take this to a racetrack, there's a lot of other people there, and we don't want slippy stuff falling on the track that's our fault, and then someone careers into a barrier and dies. That would be sad. So we've got to make sure, if we're going to do something like this, I mean, there's a rubber hose there, so surely a rubber hose works. If we're going to do something like this, we're going to have to test it a bit. We'll take it for a good few laps around the yard and just make sure that that's perfect before we go anywhere near a track with it. You know what I mean? Okay. And squeeze. Oh God, that's so satisfying to do. I enjoy it every time. Oh, oh, oh! It's spinning around inside the other thing. Oh fucking hell. Okay. These are never coming off again. Sick. Right. Okay. So it's just moving inside that rubber pipe, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, where's the other clips? On you go. Oh yes, like a glove. Nice, nice, nice. So they can go there. Now I'm not really going to be able to move this much, so I need to make sure I'm clamping them in the right place. Can't immediately see anything dripping. Okay, let's put a bit more fluid in there. Still nothing dripping. Just try and get some of the air out. Ooh, horn works. If I was power steering fluid, where would I be? Any ideas? What's this? Oh, wet lock tyres. What's the list down here? Should we put coolant in there? What's that? That'll probably work. Brake fluid, that'll probably work as well. 530, that'll probably work as well. Screen wash, that'll probably work as well. What's this? Hydraulic oil for the ramp. Yeah, more screw up. Bloody hell, what? So, some compressor oil. Seems as though I need to get a big tub of fluid on order. So I can see a tiny little bit of weeping out of this one here. And that's because I've only managed to do one side up, because that's the only side I can get to, annoyingly. I'm going to see if I can find a way through here to get to this other side, which I might be able to do, because I think that's just a plastic cover. So we'll move this wheel, get to the other side of this, and that'll hopefully stop that. But I'm calling that a very successful little job. We're doing really well. Just gonna nip that up on the other side, and then fingers crossed, power steering sorted. So conveniently, if I pull this flat back, you can just see the ends of the two bits that I need to nip up. Very, very accessible. So I'm just going to do that now. I need both hands to do it, and then we'll bolt that back in place. Cool. Okay, so I've nipped that up. Be careful not to get this rag caught on that belt. And it would seem we are now dry as a bone. I mean, we'll keep an eye on it, but I mean, dead happy with that so far. And I think, while I was in here, I've noticed a bit of wet on this brake pipe, so I think that's the brake pipe that wants replacing, which sounds like fun because it's going to go all the way into the engine. Anyway, cool. Why is it always raining so bad all the time? What a raving success that was, though. That was half an hour fix. Like, we're never that lucky. I thought that was going to be one of the most biggest ball aches ever. Like, if you've seen the Amiga videos, big V6 saloon car, power steering pump on that, buried deep in the engine, ball ache of a job, and I had to change it twice. I thought that was going to be a similar thing, but just a little burst pipe. And I think we've identified the brake pipe, so what we're going to do next, which isn't today, but what we're going to do next is we're going to go through the brake pipes and change those. And then we just need to make the thing look presentable and maybe do some other stuff. No, it needs to stay standard. I was thinking we could take the seats out and stuff and make it a bit lighter, but the walls of the Tower of Power mean that the car must be standard. So yeah, for you, a few seconds. For me, tomorrow. So it's sort of realistically the last day I can spend on this car getting it prepared for the track day. And here's what I want to do. The power steering is now boxed off and works perfectly with no signs of leaking. Come on! My week's been taken up a bit by the Land Rover parked behind you there. So I've not had as much time on this as I'd like to. We need to do that brake pipe. I don't want to do it yet because first I want to give this thing a good old jet wash and just sort of get all the grime that, you know, when it's been sat outside here, it's gathered. I need to try and get these windscreen wipers working. I'm just going to leave them on while I'm jet washing and see if they come to life. I want to get this thing heated up so I can hear the fan kicking to make sure that it does. I think we've already done that in the last episode, but I can't remember, and I want to check. And also, every good garage should have a Chavy air filter lying around. And I think just for fun, we should try and sort of MacGyver it on here. Why not? And then it'll go BOOM! As we drive around the track, which would be good fun. So yeah, I'm going to get the jet wash out, and I'm going to give it a good spray over, and then we'll get having a look at these things. But there's one little bit of trim that I want to attach as well. Check this out. Now, when I first started looking at this car, in my head I did think I was going to sort of do a bit of a resto on it before I saw underneath. And without even looking underneath, I went on eBay and I bought this because it was about £7. It's not even the right one after all that. Does it fit anyway? No. What's this for then? Must be for the earlier Mondo. It's a waste of £7, wasn't it? Right, let's get the jet wash out and I don't know, jet wash it. Windscreen wipers still haven't come back to life, although they did move a tiny bit. I just need to check, make sure we've got a spare tyre and it's got air in it. Wipe down any cobwebs from the inside to make it look like we're trying. What's the heat gauge doing? It's good. We've got hot coming out the heaters. Still waiting for the fan to kick in, but I think it's on its way. Sounds all right. Got plenty of go. Can't even remember what's in here. Oh, bloody hell, the exhaust. God, I forgot about that. I'm going to take that out again. Don't want that rolling round, do we? Right, is there a spare wheel and what's it like? Oh, look, I can see the ground. Oh yeah, wow. Plenty of go in that, I think. We'll take the air pump with us as well, but that looks like it's going to work. Cool. Is that a jack under there as well? Yeah, cool. Cooking. Of course, you've got to remember as well that it does say motorsport on this car. which is exactly what we're going to be doing, isn't it? So, you know, fair's fair. So this is what she sounds like in boring form. All very well and good. So if we stick it, we're going to need this, we're going to need this bit, so we try and put it in here. Okay, now I've sort of just thrown this in there. Let's see what it sounds like now. And there's my fan. Come on! That sounds great. We probably do need this airflow mass meter. So I probably shouldn't do this really, because I think it is affecting its throttle response a little bit. I'm not really going to be able to run it round like this. The only reason is because this stupid airflow mass meter is built into this metal thing, so I can't make this work exactly how I want it to, really. I'd have to put that in the middle and, yeah, just a bit of a boil egg. I don't want it to start overfueling or underfueling or anything like that. So I'm going to do the only other thing that I know how to do, and we're just going to get rid of the air filter. Who needs air filters anyway? I'm going to a track, I'm not going through the Sahara. So there you go, all of the benefit, none of the issues. Great stuff. I'm going to take the other bits with me, and if it starts chucking it down, I'll stick the box and stuff back on, because I don't want to suck a load of water in. But yeah, happy days. Right, let's get on the ramp and mess about with some brakes. So I've poured some brake fluid in there, and some around here, some over here, and weirdly quite a bit over here. Now, I'm doing that because I want to see where it's leaking. So I'm just going to fire up, press the pedal a few times, and then we'll get it all the way up in the air, and we'll find this hole. Obviously, it was a great idea to wash the car first, because there's now lots of stuff dripping on the floor, mainly water. Makes it a bit hard to see, doesn't it? Right then, so I think it's up there, but first let's have a look at the other lines. So lines going from the front to the back look fair, and by fair I mean don't look at them for too long. That there, I mean that's mud. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why he's put a yellow on it. It's embarrassing. So where's my bleed nipple? Oh, is that it there? Yeah, so I'm going to get a load of plus gas on that, because we need to bleed these bad boys. Same over there. What's this brake line look like? Yeah, again, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that one. A little bit crusty maybe, but who isn't, you know? Maybe I'll get a torch and have a look at that one a little bit. In a little bit more detail. Okay, and then they go up and over and they're all protected and nice there, look, so it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. What about this one? That's my bleed nipple there, these spiders around it, lovely. It's my flexi. And that's my pipe there again. Pretty good nick, you know, for a car that's going to be used this once and then sent to China in a cube. And there is the one that I think is leaking. Okay, so I'm going to whip this wheel off and then get my torch and have a look at the others in a bit better light. It's interesting, but it looks like the discs and pads were pretty much new when this thing was laid up. They look brand new. And there's no lip at all on these, even though they are quite badly corroded. Let's see how they stand up to a pummeling at a track day. Right, so I think this is the sad pipe, because it's all wet, look, and it looks like it's sprayed down there because that's greasy, it's not watery. So I need to clean all this up, try and unhook this, clean everything up there, find out where it's routed, find out where it goes off in there, look. So I might have to take this cover off as well. How can I do that? Oh, there you go. Guess that's how. Right, so let's get to work. It's annoying, isn't it? But like, looking at everything else, this car would have been in such good nick when it was laid up. If only it hadn't been left on that grass, would have been worth saving. Right, okay. Wire brushing more. I'm gonna drop it down, have a look, see if I can find out where this thing goes. God, I hope it's simple and easy and straightforward. Is it going to be? No. Out the master cylinder, you've got two pipes that go to a distribution block buried right down there. And then the pipe comes out of the wheel arch over here and then just completely disappears somewhere. So let's get the engine and the car back up in the air and we'll have a look from underneath. So we go from here down along there, and then we go up, you see there, the little green one, up round sort of to go straight towards the master cylinder, and then it connects at that sort of gold block there. I don't know if you can see that. So great, looks really, really good. Nice and easy. Got all this space to get your hand in there and to do it all. Awesome. Thanks, Ford. What I'm going to try is something a bit interesting. Now, this is the brake pipe, okay, that goes in there. I have just tried to take it off at that union. I just can't. I've got really fucking stupid big ogre hands. I can't get a spanner in there. I can't get a spanner in there to turn it, let alone get two spanners in there, one to turn it, one to hold it still. So I don't even know why that's even there. I probably could if I took a million things out the car, but I'm not going to. Now, this is my brake pipe making tool. It's absolutely brilliant. It's actually Rob's, but it's great. Now, what I could do is try, and usually you clamp it in the vise there. You don't necessarily need to do that. I want to see if I could maybe bend this bit of awesome pipe round, put a connector on it, and then make another pipe from there to there. But it just means essentially trying to hold this in place while I'm doing it. Sounds totally plausible, doesn't it? Let me see if I can get it set up, and then we'll have a look, see if I can succeed. So the brake pipe's in place in there, and my union's on the back. Made sure to do that. So we're at 4.75 operation 1. So I need to essentially just be really strong and hold this in place while I do this. I'm not going to be able to get a proper enough purchase on it, can I? Clamp this somehow. What I don't want to do is this machine's a twist while I'm doing this, you see. So I need to maybe put something there. What can I do? What can I do? Tie that around there with like a strap. Maybe that would work. The bar's stuck. Theory's good though. Has it worked? Huh. Huh. It kind of has. Oh, sick. I don't know if you can see that. That is a flare. For that to sit against. Oh, sick. Right, okay. Do we need to operation to it? I think we do. Because the other one, of course, I can make off the car. It's just this one that's a bit finickety. Oh, we could be in for a winner here. Right, come on. Looks like a semi-decent flare. Just have to go dead tight on that, and then we just do another one from there to there. I'm going to do this and then I'll show you, and we'll see. We'll put some fluid in it, we'll try and bleed it up, and we'll see if this holds. If that holds, brilliant. If it doesn't, I'll just try again, because I think it's all right. Look at all this. Look at all this. It goes up, tucks behind there. All good. Is this going to work? That'd be so cool, wouldn't it? I'm now going to try and release this bleed nipple, and then I'm going to pump the pedal a few times and see if we can get some fluid coming out of here. Another liberal application of the gas. Okay, dead straightforward now, just undo. Lefty loosey. Okay, I think we need to, because what I really don't want to happen is to break that, because if I do, we're screwed, because I haven't got any others and calipers, and I've only got a day. Just do what any sane, rational person would, and attack it with fire. Oh, it's nice and warm. It's also making my eyes water. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. Oh my God, it's going to snap. I might have to do this on all 4 bleed nipples. Right, it's going to be bloody liquid soon if I carry on. Come on, baby. Oh, you beauty. Fire. Da-da-dum. Let it burn. Right, let's just cool that down rapidly. Right, keep your eye on that. What we're looking for is brake fluid coming out of it. God, it feels like a bloody brake already. Oh, sick. I think that worked. Right, I'm going to get the easy bleed on it. I'm going to go around and I'm going to do all that to all the other bleed nipples, and then we'll see if we get a pedal. Lovely. So about 10 minutes and quite a bit of mess later, we have a pretty solid brake pedal, which is great news. I'm going to disconnect all this stuff,
tidy up, put the wheels back on, and then we're going to take around the yard for a test. We got brakes. Do you want to come for a spin? Power steering's great, no issues. Let's try on the leather rubbing on the seat's going to get annoying, isn't it? Nice, we have got brakes. No ABS though, it felt like them. Let's try and get it to lock up again. God, it's bloody quick. Oh, there is ABS, there is ABS. Just not loads, but we've got good brakes. Oh, amazing, amazing. Let's go and take it around a racetrack. God, it's quick. So here we are then. I've managed to get a little bit of time just before we head off to Anglesey tomorrow to get everything prepared. I've got a big box full of tools and spares and water and oil and all that good stuff. Weather's phenomenal. I really hope it stays like this well into tomorrow because I've got no windscreen wipers. I've had a go this morning. It's just seized. So I've sprayed some stuff. If it rains tomorrow, I'll do it at the track. I'll just do something, put some string between it, I don't know. Anyway, we're all sorted, we're ready to go. I'm gonna park all this up here and I'm gonna probably be here at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow for the big trek over to Anglesey. And I'm really looking forward to flashing this car around the track. Bit of a rude awakening for it after sitting for so long, but I'm sure it's going to do it. I'm sure it's going to enjoy every minute of it as well. So I'll see you, for me, in about 24 hours. For you, a few seconds. Bit of an early start. 5:30 I was up this morning. I've only had about 6 limp home modes off the Discovery as well, which is nice. Mondeo's looking great on the trailer, towing really well. McDonald's opens in 5 minutes. Get myself a coffee and some breakfast, and then an hour and a half to Anglesey. It's about 2 hours later and we're here in Anglesey. I've just been out on the sighting laps. There's a reason I'm talking to you from sat inside the Land Rover. Well, I'll show you. Potentially the windiest I've ever seen it in a very long time. Just in general, just the windiest day, the windiest Sunday, the windiest track day. Towing this rig along the A55, they're being blown around like nobody's business. Honestly, crazy. So she's been out on a sighting laps and she's all right so far. The fuel gauge has stopped working, but aside from that, she is ready to do some driving. So let's see how she gets on. The reality of the situation is that it is raining quite badly, but sort of sideways and very fine. And I've still got no wipers, they're just not coming back to life. They kind of did yesterday, but now they're not. So I'm going to try and remove all this stuff here with a screwdriver, not just by pulling it, and I'm going to see if I can see what's up, try and hit some stuff, grease some stuff up, you know. Fucking hell. I knew it'd be that. Hit things with hammers. Fixes everything. Chuck them back on. Let's go and do some laps. I will not let this weather affect anything we do today. We're going to give this a serious see into. And look, we've got windscreen wipers. Wow. Right, okay. Do you want to go for a lap? Let's go for a couple of laps. Only warm-ups, only going slow. Just enjoy the view. And let's just sort of get a feeling for the car and the conditions and stuff, and then we might do some other stuff later, timing wise. But for now, let's just go and see what the track's like in the wet. How long are these wipers gonna last? Who knows? So the first thing to note about this car, look at that Lexus, I wonder if that's going round, is that I can hear a wheel bearing noise from the front. But I'm wondering if that's just the brakes that need a bit of cleaning. Nice E36 in there. Okay, now I've got the helmet on. I can't hear you if you say anything. Right, let's go. Conditions out on track don't look too bad. There's quite a bit of runoffs, and I think the wind is blowing the water off the track, which is good. I can see some sun over there. Let's just pray that that comes out. Oh, come on, wipers, you can do it. Stay with me. Again, no heroics these first few laps, let's just get a feel for everything, you know. Traction control keeps kicking in. Look at that view, can you see those waves? Oh wow. I'll try and be a good editor and slow that down a bit there so you can see those waves properly. There's a Lotus that wants to get past, so let's just let him through. There is traction control on this car as well, so I've just turned that off. It's traction controls for losers. Quite nippy. Getting sort of 6,500 RPM there, it's goes pretty well. Did anyone change the cam belt before we did this, by the way? Just checking. Right, we're going to pull in and we're going to have a look. See how she's getting on, you know. The car's actually getting blown back because the handbrake's not on. It's getting blown back by the wind. Can hear that one, that's hot. That is hot. Let's get out of that wind again. Jesus! Hey, whatever happens, at least we're not the guy next to us there. He keeps saying, oh, there's some problem with the gearbox, lying down underneath his beamer in this wind and rain. Don't fancy that. Get yourself a nice reliable Mondeo, mate. Yeah, so far so good. That was a couple of great laps. Felt really good. Brakes fading so fast, which I kind of thought they might. It's quite a heavy car as well. But yeah, good fun. I think I'm going to let it cool down for a little bit and then we'll go out and do some more. And I think the weather's changing as well. Or is that wishful thinking? I've got my helmet. I've got my Harry's lap timer, which I'm going to put in the glove box so we can't interfere with it. I'm going to get you hooked up there and we're going to go for a few hot laps in the cold rain. A bit brave of this guy ducking out like that then, wasn't it? This fella's probably got a turbo and everything. Just didn't fancy using it today, did he? Loving the sound of this engine. I wish second gear was a little bit taller. Or third was a bit shorter, one of those. Fuel gauge has just started working again. Haha, come on! It's fixing itself. Paid for all the track, I'm going to use it. noticed how nobody's overtaking us? That's good, isn't it? Uh-oh. We have run out of gears. My gear shifter is not attached to anything. Oh God. What's happened? Oh dear. Gear selector. Ugh. Stuck or something, or it's come off, it's snapped. Something's happened. Okay, let's nurse her back to the pits then. Yeah, that's pretty, it's not supposed to do that, is it? So I was in second gear, and then I went to change it to third, and then nothing happened. Let's go and have a look under the bonnet. So I've just had a look underneath there, and everything's fine, and the cables are moving freely. So it's got to be something. Oh, get out of the way. Unplug everything. Got to be something down here with these linkages, I would have thought. I'm hoping something's just popped off, so I need to have a little bit of a dig and see what it's all about. So I had a look at the timings of what we did then. Not bad, you know, for a wet lap we did a 2:12, and the Porsche in the bone dry got a 2:07. You know, rear wheel drive Porsche got a 2:07. And we're at 2:12 in this in the wet. It's very greasy wet track, and we've got the shittest brakes in the world. I think if I could stop a lot later with some nice big brakes, I think this would be pretty awesome, you know. And in the dry as well, when the understeer and getting the power down and stuff wouldn't be so much of an issue. I think it'd do really well. Easily get under 2 minutes, easily. Should have spent some money and done the brakes, but then what if that's it for the day? No, you know, I'd be disappointed, wouldn't I? Anyway, right, I'm gonna have a dig into this and see what I come up with. Right, I don't know how I can try and show you this, but I'm going to. So, right, just where my finger is there, see that white thing moving? That is a big circular bit of plastic where something has fallen out of the middle of it, which was used to attach to this pin here, and this is the gear selector. Now my idea is, if I move that out of the way, you can see that pin there somewhere. Yeah, it is down there, I promise. So the idea is to put this over it and put a tie wrap behind that and hope that that holds it on, but to be honest, I'm not sure it's going to. And I can't see any other way of attaching it. Need about 1,000 tie wraps. I know our mate next to us here had a big bag of them before, so I might see if he's got one I can borrow. Yeah, let me have a go. That is held on by that one white tie wrap that you can see there. Do we think that's going to last? Probably not. I'm going to put this back together now, and we'll just take it easy on the gears. No doing this, just nice and steady on the gears. pray to God it holds. If it doesn't, it's in such an awkward place. It's like master cylinder out to sort of get good access to it, or from underneath, I don't know. And I've not got enough stuff with me. But let's go out again. Let's go and have some fun. That's not my helmet. Oh. I should be out Christmas shopping today. Hey, let's go driving around the track instead. There we go. The real power from the V6 comes in at like 3,500 RPM. Maybe 3,800. So ideally I do need to use second gear. Look at that view, isn't it incredible? So good. God, it sounds good, I think. Can't hear a lot with this helmet on. Come on, baby. Sounds like we've got a couple of 2.5 V6 MGs in front of us here. Whoa, and a very hungry BMW driver overtaking me on a bit of a sketchy place there. So good. Just love it how she spins up. Front wheel drive cars at tracks, they're so predictable. You can just do what you want and everything's going to be okay because it's front wheel drive. The front wheel drive is made for mums to go to shops. Oh, second gear, come on. This thing was laid up for so long, and all I've really done to this car is to give it a service, a basic oil service, a fuel pump and a few other little tiny bits. Considering that, it's doing so well to do what it's doing, isn't it? Fair play. It's a bit of a spicy 911 behind us. Something crazy behind me, I don't know what it is. That looks like a hot rod. really get any ABS then, that was a bit sketchy. Bit of a lock-up. Let's BMW past. Come on! I've been going to the toilet all the way over there, and there's one just there, just noticed. Dead interesting. Just I was swapping batteries and stuff there in the Discovery. This fella called Sean comes up to me, and he's the guy in that Cayman, the black Cayman. I don't know if I mentioned it then as we were lapping round. And he was like, oh, you know, love the channel and stuff, and I had a quick chat with him. Great bloke. And he says, so have you ever watched Johnny Smith video with the Renault 5 where he goes to find the Renault 5, resurrects it, gets it going? He was the mechanic who went down with him. So yeah, just great, like just chatting away about Johnny Smith. No, really good. I think it's time to get some more laps under our belt. We've done quite a few. We've done almost 10, I think. So I think 212 still our best. Taking it easy on this gear selector. But yeah, let's just go and smash out some more as the track is slightly drying off. Can we get under 210? I don't think so, but we'll try. Oh, we've got a problem. She doesn't want to go. We've got a problem. We've got an issue. Yeah, something's wrong. We're not motoring along too well. Yeah, bogging right down. There was me saying how well it was doing, and I've just decided to give up. Temperature looks normal, everything looks normal. What's going on? No, doesn't want to know. Quick factory reset, off, on again. See if that's helped. Yes, it has. For how long? Yeah, we're back in action. Feels almost like it was the traction control, because I had it switched off and it was interfering, maybe. So I'll leave it on. Traction control is really interfering, so I'm going to have to turn it off. Can't leave it on. But yeah, it just cuts the power. I'm an absolute idiot. I've got to plug the bloody MAF sensor back in. Right, I'm going to go and get some lunch. I wish they'd turn that down a bit. we go then. And I know, big man, it's with me to stay ever in December to come to a track day, but it's been a lot of fun. How did we do though? Well, we did do a better time, 1 minute 12. So let's pack everything away, head back down to the workshop, find out. So there we are then, I'm back. The car's outside, it's pitch black outside. What a great day, and what a way to end 2023 for Tasty Classics. I had a lot of fun. I felt like it was a little treat for me as well, just getting to drive the car around a track all day. It was a lot of fun, and what a great car to do it in. A hand for the Mondeo, please. Did so well. Like, couple of little niggles, you know, a couple of little things, but I was just pounding it lap after lap after lap after lap. It went so well. Really, thinking it was sat for 12 years and then to do that, incredible stuff. But what a great day. And I hope you've enjoyed watching it, you know, it's been good fun. And yeah, who knows what's gonna happen next year. Got January coming soon. This is probably my last video of the year, but we're gonna get stuck into something big in January. Something new. I can't wait to see what it is. So where did we end up on our board then? The Mondeo ST24 2.5 litre V6, 170 horsepower. Did it in? That's right, it's last. Why is it last? Because it's wet. All the other days have been bone dry. And as I was coming towards the end of the day, just doing the coastal circuit, the track started to dry out in parts, and I reckon you'd easily be coming around here, I would have thought, you know, in between these two maybe, in that Mondeo in the dry, maybe even, you know, further up, because it's just getting the power down and stuff, because there's a lot of wheel spin coming out of those corners. But that's our first wet time on the board, which is fine, isn't it, you know? It's, you know, quite a few on here, isn't there, from this year. I'm looking forward to it being completely packed full of stuff. No 0 to 60 for the Mondeo, because I've just not had an opportunity to find somewhere to do that, you know, because it hasn't got an MOT and things. But there you go, super proud of it, and what a great sort of send off for that car, you know. And yeah, on to the next. If you want to buy the Mondeo, it's going to go on eBay in the next few, maybe January, I don't know, it'll go on eBay soon. And look, thanks very much for all of your support, you know. Thanks very much for the Patreons as well. I'll mention you in the next big video, whatever that may be, in January. But thanks very much to everyone for this whole year. All your support all year has been wicked. And I'm so happy to just be doing this with old cars that I love, you know. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. You're about to witness the clash of the first two fast Fords with ST badges as I close in on an ST170.